Welcome to You're an Idiot. This is the mid-season You're an Idiot, so it's like an all-encompassing, type thing. Mm-hmm. And who does it go to? Well, it's a couple of names we named. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb. All these running backs, okay?
Oh.
Here's the thing, man. I'm going to just cut right to the chase. I'm not going to play no games. We have a co-host here. I don't want to say any names. That has been banging the drum for years that running backs don't matter. For years. And I fought against it. I was the whole, don't do that. I was very, fanboying out. And no, I like running backs. And it didn't feel good to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't appreciate how he was saying it. That being said, we fast forward now and just live in reality. It's obvious what's going on here. It's very obvious. That being said, I personally am going to focus on my co-host Charlie's starting running back, Saquon Barkley. Bruh. From what I understand, he got offered $13 million a year for 3 years. Here's the thing, bruh. I understand what happened. I understand Saquon's personality to some degree. I'm not saying I know him. I'm saying from what I can see in the media, he seems like a hardworking gentleman, a nice, upstanding citizen. He don't even seem like he complaining a lot. He's a team-friendly guy. He's a leader, all that stuff. So I feel as though he comes off to me like his whole life, he probably just moved forward with that, bootstrap lunch pail mentality, and it's going to pay off in the end. So when he got to the fact of the payoff in the end, he saw $13 million a year. He's like, I ain't been working all my life for this. And I feel you, but you got to understand the climate of the world. Because now I don't think he's getting nowhere near that. Somebody might disagree with me. He already been hurt this year. He's already been hurt this season.
Got out the way.
I know, but I heard all the off-season chatter. Saquon means X, Y, Z to the team. I'll cap it off by saying this once again. My man Charlie told me he told me this 15 years ago, and we weren't even talking about football. We were talking about a relationship with a young lady. And when long story short, he paralleled the football and said, I'm paying you for your next 5 years, not for your last 5 years.
Frank, you got anything to say about this? Running backs?
Look, Charlie, you're a visionary because, you said it, and I was like, he's really on to something here. Because the thing that's crazy about it to me is like how people I don't understand how these guys, like the guys you named that were in this so-called meeting where they were trying to justify their value, like don't see the climate or the writing on the wall. The truth of the matter is the team offered you a multi-year deal, $13 million. You know what I'm saying? Like it's actually been a cycle where you see them not paying them, and you watch what happened with the running backs that have gotten paid. They haven't had very much production, and teams are like, we're not going to pay you for what you've already done. And honestly, the fight should be with the whole system because running backs, the top guys, should be getting paid when they come out of college. So for you knowing all of this that has happened and you coming out and I need 16, or I'm not going to do this, and you don't accept a deal, then you get franchised. Like the worst thing that can ever happen to you as a running back is a franchise tag. So now you got to play a whole nother season, risk injury at one of the most, high risk positions on the field, for what?
Frank,
and then,
Frank, I'll do you one better. Frank, I'll do you one better. The worst thing that you could do as a running back is be a first-round pick. As a first-round pick, they have a 4-year contract with a 5th-year option, and then they could tag you 2 years. That's 7 years. If you're 22 years old, that takes you to 29. What makes you think that you're getting a contract at 29 years old? That's the worst thing that happens to a running back. Now, the idiot, I understand, y'all. I want to make sure Najee Harris is in that conversation because he's an idiot for thinking he's in that caliber. Najee Harris should just take one of those David Montgomery deals during the offseason, take $6 million and get out of my face. Like he's that level. Actually, David Montgomery's better than Najee Harris, but we leave that alone. I don't think the running backs are stupid. I think the teams are stupid they're just running backs. Like the teams, are actually, I want to take that back. The teams are stupid. The teams meeting that they had with Najee Harris and all the running backs, like, we got to stand up, we got to do something. Did they know they're all running backs? Or did nobody they don't matter that much.
They don't understand. They don't understand that like the next guy behind you will replace you and can play. Will give a similar level of production. Other than very few guys,
you know who wasn't of all these contract guys. You know who wasn't on that meeting? Tony Pollard. You know why Tony Pollard wasn't on that? Because he saw that the running back before him wasn't worth anything, so he took his job. He said, "Hey, they're gonna give me a guaranteed $10 million for on this franchise tag. I'm taking that."
By the way, that's
and
coming
he
off.
hasn't done anything.
Hold on. By the way, that's coming off of him watching them pay the running back in front of him and cut him, and have to cut him because he was done.
He saw that. He saw all of that. Josh Jacobs was like, "Man, this messed up." He's like, "Okay." Yeah, right. Mr. Cobb. That steak never left his. That contract saw the stay for years.
Frank, you said something very interesting. You said they like the first group of people that banded together and got weaker.
It got weaker. How you band together and it become less than the sum of your parts? What did y'all think y'all was doing?
That was hilarious, bro. So I don't know what to say, man. I feel bad about having to do this, but here at Soggy Nachos, we don't got no picks. We got to call it down the middle. This is pretty idiotic. I mean, they left a lot of money on the table. It ain't a lot of money for them. It sucks. What we really should be doing is fighting for running backs to get paid out of college or get shorter deals out of college. But that's a fight for.
Listen, that's a fight for another day because there's no incentive for the owners to do it because they can just do this.
You always
honestly, when you bring them to the table, they can always just do this.
Right, and it's like they
somebody else's problem.
The people that are advising them understood what the system is currently, and these guys are leaving money on the table. You know,
for Saquon to leave that money on the table like that, he probably encompassed this whole idiot by himself.
But everybody else I think he's been working on it his whole life. I can see it.
It sucks. I'm a Giants fan. It sucks.
Efforts. That's not how life
works. I'm not just a running back. I'm just captain. I do all this stuff. Yeah, but you also didn't list that last part. You listed all your positives. I'm a leader. You know, I'm the heart of the team. Everybody love me. That's pros. Cons, running back.
And honestly, to sum it all up, it was crazy is that he didn't even want to be traded after all of this that has gone down.
I don't even know what that.
And they're using it against him.
I don't have anything to say about that. You right. Thank you, Frank. That means it's time to end the segment. Anyways, Soggy Nachos Podcast. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody about us. Peace.